Hopefully everybody had a chance to go outside and enjoy the weather. We are going to continue this week with press conferences Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, each day at 1 o'clock. So today, Wednesday, and Friday, press conference at 1 o'clock related to the COVID crisis and our response. I would encourage you to tune in. Information now is arguably more important than ever. Things are changing, and so we want to make sure that you're informed and you have all the information you need in order to keep you and your families safe. I would say that Rhode Island is in a good place. People are asking me regularly if we're in a good place. Yes, Rhode Island is in a good place. We'll share the data in a second, but we're in a good place because of the people of Rhode Island. People have pitched in and done what they have been asked to do: wearing masks, washing hands, staying home when you're sick, shutting down your businesses as required, reopening your businesses in a very limited way, putting on hold going to church or synagogue, your wedding, your family parties. None of it has been easy. In fact, it's all been incredibly difficult. But if you look around the country, our experience is very, very strong. And we are where we are today because of your hard work and your willingness to follow the rules, and your willingness to help a neighbor, and your willingness to look in on an elderly person so they wouldn't have to leave the house to go to the grocery store. All of this sounds so simple, but it is these simple things that are saving lives. It's these simple things that are allowing people to get back to work, and it's these simple things that have allowed Rhode Island to distinguish itself as a state doing among the best in the nation related to the COVID crisis. So as we begin another week together, I have to begin with a thank you because every one of you is working hard, and it is working. And I will say, as we go forward, I'm really looking forward to entering phase 3, relaxing the rules even more. Our ability to do that depends on you following the rules. Today marks the second week of entering phase 2. So exactly 2 weeks ago today, we started phase 2. So now we need another couple of weeks to observe the data from the changes we've made in phase 2, and then hopefully we'll be able to move on to phase 3. Here's the deal. The virus is alive and well. It's out there. People are getting sick every day. Look at other states. Look at Arizona. Look at other states. They're starting to see a surge in cases. They're starting to see a surge in hospitalizations. The virus hasn't gone anywhere. What's changed is us. We've changed. So I'm going to ask you, please, we don't want to be like one of these states where we start to see a spike. And we don't have to be that if everyone keeps following the rules to the best of our ability. And I'm just going to remind you that our ability to keep opening the economy depends on everybody's willingness to follow the rules. But as I stand here today on this Monday morning, 2 weeks into phase 2, I feel confident that we are in a good place, and we've worked together very well under very trying circumstances to position Rhode Island where it is today. So now I'd ask you to please put up the data slide. As you can see from the data on your screen, we continue to move in the right direction. We have 32 new cases, and very sadly, another 6 deaths. 32 cases is great news. Lowest number we've ever had, and we continue to test thousands of people a day. Hospitalizations are going down. I will say another 6 deaths, as many times as I've had to get up here, it's never easy to say an additional number of deaths. So please just remember that this is a very difficult virus, and every day we continue to lose loved ones, and I would ask you to keep them in your thoughts, in your hearts, and in your prayers. I want to start today by talking a little bit about the weekend. And I'm going to do that every Monday. Weekend is a time people are out, more social, go out for dinner, go to the beach, go to the parks. We increase our inspections over the weekends and I'd like to share with you a little bit about what we saw over the weekend. Not surprisingly, a lot of people were out enjoying our parks and beaches. That's a good thing. That's why we reopened them. The beaches almost reached capacity on Saturday, but we did not have to close any of the beaches. And overall, people did an excellent job of social distancing, staying 6 feet apart. Most beachgoers did opt for online food ordering from the snack bars at the pavilions. And I would encourage you to do that. If you're on the beach and you want to order food or drink, order it on your phone. They'll send you a text when your food is ready. Grab your mask, go up to the pavilion, and get your food. That way there, we don't want you waiting in line. We don't want any crowds at the pavilion. So remember, if you go to the pavilion, take your mask with you. Please don't wait in line. If you have to wait in line, 6 feet apart. But it's worked very well this weekend. It's a new feature. It's different. Usually we just go up and get our food, but text ahead of time, and they'll text you when it's ready. And thank you so much to DEM. You did a beautiful job this weekend, and thank you to all the concession owners who were cooperative. We did have to close Lincoln Woods and Colt State Park briefly over the weekend. Lincoln Woods and Colt State Park are some of our most popular parks for good reason. They're beautiful. And I want to thank those of you who were turned away. Sorry that we had to do that. I will say people were fantastic. Again, I'm proud to be a Rhode Islander. People were patient. People were understanding. They waited their turn. They came back later when we were allowed to allow you back in. So I want to thank you. Park rangers did see some large groups in the parks, and they asked people to disperse without incident. But once people were made aware that they were in a crowded group, they all dispersed. Our goal through this whole thing is voluntary compliance, and I'm going to keep it that way. We don't want to be heavy-handed. This is not about getting people into trouble. It's not about throwing the book at anyone. We all need a reminder. We all sometimes need a gentle reminder. Hey, remember to wear your mask, remember to wash your hands, remember to keep 6 feet. So we're going to be there as necessary, asking you to space out if you get too close. We do need to do a better job at mask wearing when we're in public. Obviously, you don't have to wear your mask when you're on your blanket at the beach or going for a walk at the beach or playing ball at the beach. But if you go to the bathroom or you go to a pavilion or you go to pick up your food at a concession stand at Lincoln Woods, please put your mask on for that period of time. I will say, like with everything, it's just common sense. If you're going to be next to somebody for a minute or two, then, it's okay if you don't have your mask on. If you're 6 feet apart on a continuous basis, you don't have to have your mask on. But if you're going to be next to someone for 10 or more minutes, closer than 6 feet, even if you're outside, we need you, please, to wear your mask. Now, I do want to make a special note about the Block Island Ferry. My office got a lot of complaints over the weekend that the Block Island Ferry was too crowded and very few people were wearing masks. So I want to address that for a second because we were, I don't want to say overrun, but we got a lot of phone calls and emails. First, I want to thank the operator of the Block Island Ferry. Everybody should know they were doing their best to enforce the rules. They were making regular announcements. They even put an additional ferry on because they wanted to alleviate crowding. They ran an extra ferry to get folks back from the island, so I want to thank you for doing that. For the patrons, I would ask you to try to do a better job. If you're going to be on the ferry, it's an hour ferry ride. It's not 2, 3, 4 minutes. You're there for an hour. So even if you're at the top deck and the wind is blowing, if you're seated next to somebody for 20, 30, 40 minutes, please keep your mask on. Yeah, I know it's awkward, but it'll save lives, and it's a pretty easy, simple thing to do. So if you're alone and you're apart for 6 feet, fine, but there was a lot of crowding outside on the Block Island Ferry for a long time. People were not wearing masks. We have to do better. That's all. I'm asking everybody, try a little harder, do a little better. Listen, here's the reality. We don't want an outbreak on Block Island. It is a very limited healthcare system out there. It gets incredibly crowded. We are working really hard to keep Block Island open. There's a lot of people who want to make a living out there. That means the rest of us have to play our part and please wear our masks. This weekend, over the weekend, we focused on inspections of restaurants. We had over 150 inspectors out throughout the weekend just focused on restaurants because we want to have a feel for what's going on in the restaurants. Excellent results. I just want to say, great job, Rhode Island, great job to the restaurants. Not perfect, but by and large, we visited hundreds and hundreds of restaurants. There were no salad bars, no self-service food, not congregating at bars. Bars were closed. People were wearing masks. Wait staff was wearing masks. No salt and pepper shakers on the table. No communal food, no communal utensils, no communal menus. So I would say it seemed like nearly everyone, 90+% of the restaurants were adhering to capacity restrictions. So I would say, thank you. The one place we do need to get better, and I'm talking specifically to restaurant owners and managers, we only saw about 80% of compliance with the restaurants having their COVID-19 control plans at the ready. If an inspector shows up at your restaurant and asks to see your COVID-19 plan, we expect you to have it. So if you don't have it ready now, consider this a friendly warning that we expect you to have it. It's not that hard to fill out. Call Commerce if you need a hand. 521-HELP. Go on reopeningri.com. We have guidelines, we have templates. Please, we need you to have your COVID-19 plan. And if we continue to show up and you don't have it, then in that case there will be consequences. But overall, I would say it was a good, safe weekend in Rhode Island. And hopefully 2 weeks from now, what we did this weekend will show up in the data in 2 weeks. Let me say that again. What we did this weekend will show up in the data in 2 weeks. And I really hope in 2 weeks we don't see any spike so we can start thinking about phase 3. So let's all buckle down now and continue to follow the rules so that we can move on to phase 3. Okay, I want to talk for a second about testing. It's important. I talk about it a lot. Last week we rolled out a testing program for people who don't have symptoms, asymptomatic testing. And unfortunately, it's going slower than we need it to be going. Over the weekend, we only had about 250 people sign up for testing. And over a weekend, we want to be more, 800, maybe 900. Weekends are slower, but 250 is not good enough. So I'm going to remind you what the rules are. If you are a personal service worker of any kind, hairdresser, nails, tattoo, massage, any kind of a salon, restaurant worker, childcare worker, bus driver, and you feel fine, you don't feel sick, we would like you please to consider to get tested. It's free, it's easy. I would say it like this: I need you to do your part. It might not help you, probably won't help you, you're probably negative. But you'd be pitching in to help the state be safer. Think of it as your duty to Rhode Island. Help us do the people's work of public health. We need information. We need to know how prevalent is the disease among hairdressers, how prevalent is the disease among waiters and waitresses. So please, I know I'm asking you to do something. You might not personally get anything out of it. It's the right thing to do. It keeps everyone healthier and safer. It's free, and it would be doing your part to keep Rhode Island safe. How do you get tested? You could go to portal.ri.gov, or you can call the Department of Health 222-8022 and sign up to get a free test. Over the weekend, there was a beautiful, impactful, peaceful protest in Providence, a couple thousand people. If you were there, please go get tested. We want everyone who goes to a protest to go ahead and get tested. It's free, it's easy. Same thing, portal.ri.gov or call the Department of Health. You don't need insurance. They're not going to ask you a lot of questions. They're not going to ask you about your immigration status. Just sign up for a test if you went to a protest and go ahead and get yourself checked out. As I said at the beginning, we are where we are. Rhode Island is literally leading the nation in our response and our results because the people of Rhode Island are pitching in, doing what's been asked for them, following the rules. So if one more time you could do that by getting tested, I'd appreciate it, and it'll really help us to keep everybody safe. I want to talk for a couple of minutes about summer camp, and summer school. So last week, I announced that our plan and our goal and our mission is to return to in-person school when school starts in the fall. And we have said that school will start August 31st. We say the fall, it's actually August 31st. I understand that for some of you, particularly the kids, that seems like a long way away. It's actually right around the corner, and we're going to be working hard all summer to be ready so that you can return to school safely. I want to take a few minutes to address some of the things that we're doing through the summer to help our students and to get ready for the fall. So, by and large, distance learning went very well. It's far from ideal. I'm not pretending it was as good as in-person school, because it's not. I think it obviously got harder to do effectively the longer it went on. But our children didn't miss a day of school, and it was a fine substitute, and certainly the best alternative. Having said that, it's been hard on parents, been hard on everyone. It's been hard on teachers, been hard on the kids. But we've heard from many, many, many parents. They had a hard time teaching their kids. They had a hard time juggling their own jobs full-time at home with teaching their kids at home. And it has created a fair bit of, stress and anxiety for parents and kids in Rhode Island. And I know that. I hear that. I feel for you. I've got 2 kids of my own at home, and definitely we had our share of ups and downs. And it's especially hard for the littler ones. Kids in high school and middle school, it's a little bit easier to log on and do their thing. For the little kids, it required a lot of parental input. So, and some kids didn't get everything they needed, and we have to acknowledge the fact that we have to, be there for our children. So first, I want to thank you, parents. Parents are always heroes, but you really earned your stripes through distance learning, so thank you. Secondly, I want to let you know of a few things this summer that are available. So starting June 29th, we're going to operate in-person summer camp in Rhode Island. The guidelines for reopening are available now on reopeningri.com. And from what we're hearing, many programs are opening this summer. I'm mentioning this again because we continue to get asked by a lot of people, is there a summer camp? How do I find out about it? The answer is yes, it's happening. It's starting June 29th. There's even some sleep overnight options. And I would just encourage you to get in contact with either your city or town, if you usually send your kids to a municipal program, or whatever camp program you normally will do. We are hearing from a lot of the camp operators that it's more expensive. It's expensive. It's expensive to operate. You need more staff, more cleaning supplies. masks for the teachers, et cetera. So the good news is we received $7.5 million in CARES Act funding, and that is going to be used to provide financial support to summer camps. It's going to give you a hand in following our rules. If you have an interest in learning about this or applying for it, you should today visit reopeningri.com. There's an application process. Go ahead and apply. The application period is open, and applications are being approved on a rolling basis. So the sooner you get your application in, the quicker you'll get approved, the quicker you can get your funds, which can be helped. You can use the money for extra staffing, cleaning crew, extra cleaning, whatever you need to meet the needs of providing this. I'm telling this to the camp operators, so you go to reopeningri.com. I'm telling it to the parents so you know it's not camp as usual. Your kids are going to be safe. We're doing things differently, and so I would encourage you to consider camp for your children if it's something you would typically do. In addition to that, and in addition to our existing summer educational programs, we're also adding additional continued virtual learning this summer. So some kids got behind with distance learning. There's no denying that. No denying that. Some kids got behind. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're going to make a plan to help them and help them to make up over the summer what they may have fallen behind on during the school year. So I'm excited to announce right now that Rhode Island public school students will have the opportunity to sign up for what we're calling SAIL courses through the Department of Education. SAIL, S-A-I-L, is a temporary program designed to enhance educational opportunities for our students through the summer. The goal is to provide all public school students from pre-K through high school with fun educational opportunities through the summer. Now, I'm sure there are some students saying, oh, great, thanks, Gov, more summer school. Why would I want to do that? Hopefully there are some parents saying, great, because my kids need help. Here's what I would say to you. There's a lot of fun classes that we're making available, enrichment, arts classes, even physical education virtually. There's also things specifically designed to help you catch up in math, in reading, in English. So I would encourage you, parents and students, to go on the RIDE website as of today, the Department of Education website, and take advantage of it. It's free. It's available to anyone. It's excellent curriculum. RIDE's worked very hard, and it's a way to prevent summer learning loss, maybe catch up on something you fell behind on. We also know that a lot of high school students need to earn some money over the summer, and this summer is obviously going to be harder than usual to find a summer job. So we are creating a COVID response youth summer jobs program to support employers who hire Rhode Island youth for summer jobs related to the COVID response. And this is being run through the Governor's Workforce Board, and you can get information about that on reopeningri.com. So what does that mean? So if you're a high schooler who is looking for a summer job, you can go to reopeningri.com. There's a special initiative, Youth Summer Jobs Program. We have certain employers, like Honeywell, for example, they are making PPE in Smithfield. They're looking to hire summer young people. We're going to help match you up with them and provide you with a stipend. So we're trying to do our best to help kids this summer study, have fun, go to camp, get a job, stay engaged. And everything I just said you can find out about at reopeningri.com or the RIDE website, the Rhode Island Department of Education. Okay, a quick note on graduation. I want to remind everybody that the special statewide graduation ceremony is tonight. It's tonight at 7 o'clock on Rhode Island PBS, And right after the graduation, we're going to have a virtual concert. Thank you to the United Theater. That's called United for Grads. That's also going to be on PBS. It's going to be great. You know, we worked hard on it. I hope you have a chance to check it out. We have some Patriots players, Viola Davis, Stephen Colbert, Seth MacFarlane, a bunch of other bands. It's going to be great. It's not in person, but it's from us to you, class of 2020. You deserve this and more, and we hope you have a good time with it, and congratulations from us. We're proud of you. Finally, this weekend is Father's Day. I know for many Rhode Islanders that means going to see Dad, and that could be a great thing to do. However, if Dad is in a nursing home or is sick or has an underlying health condition, we would just ask you to exercise extreme caution. And Dr. Nicole Alexander Scott is going to talk about that, especially as it relates to nursing homes. But the reality, you cannot escape the brutal reality of this disease, which is that it is very cruel to people who are older, who are sick, and who are frail. So if your dad has diabetes or asthma, or he's in the hospital, or he's frail, or he's older, you might think twice before visiting him, particularly if you've been sick or you've been with a lot of other people. Also, social gathering limit is still 15, so if you're going to have a family party, it's 15 and fewer. That said, we love all our dads and godfathers and uncles and grandfathers, so obviously let's make it special and honor them, but please, I'm begging you, keep it safe.